Ah, London. I've been here once before with my English class when I was 16. Back then, I couldn't really appreciate the cultural significance of London and its landmarks, not to mention the importance for the world and history of menswear. Suits and neckties? Ha! Means of oppression. Also, at least since Brexit, online shopping in the UK from continental Europe is not much fun. So when in London, I had to visit some shops, especially one store whose online presence and aesthetic I have always admired. Finally, I could touch everything and let the atmosphere sink in. And by that, I mean Thomas Farthing. I also had the opportunity to speak with store manager Kit about the brand, style, and the future of the suit.
So Thomas Farthing started in 2012. It was a very much old-fashioned, I mean more so than it is at the moment, English style sort of boutique, you know, selling very quintessential English tweeds and raincoats, scarves, that sort of thing. But over time, the owner and his wife, they have a love for travel, and they really started to feed that into their design, and so it no longer became just purely this Anglo sort of old-fashioned style. It became a lot more European, American. It just became a bit more of a smorgasbord of inspirations and ideas, and yeah, really evolved to what it is today, where there still is that love of classic English style, but it's not strictly just that. And we don't really strive to go for a specific era. We like to take our inspiration where we find it. So, and ultimately the aim is to create things that are made with interesting and robust fabrics that will last. You know, hopefully, I mean, what I would love is to be able to see some of this stuff in a secondhand store or a vintage store, you know, in 20 or 30 years' time. That would be fantastic. Things have grown quite steadily, but over the last 3 or so years, things have really picked up in a way. I think we have social media to thank a lot for that. We've got a big international audience, and people really resonate with the imagery we create, that sort of cinematic style. Part of the appeal here is that we do sell these fantastic three-piece suits in these robust materials that no one else would make, because that's not what the high street demands. High street doesn't demand three-piece suits made out of Harris tweed, but we like them. But at the same time, a lot of our customers don't necessarily wear the whole three-piece suit, tie and collar bin, hat, the whole works. A lot of them, they'll see some elements of that, and they go, right, well, I love that waistcoat, I love that jacket, I can incorporate that into my everyday wear, I'll wear it in my jeans, and we love to cater for both, It's great having both of those types of customers. Yeah, I mean, there's people who even just come and just get hats. A lot of that, like, we'll have people who have got far more. They don't buy anything else from us, but they just buy our caps, and they've got far more than even I do. Like, they've probably got most of them. People have been buying a little bit more of our work-weary type things, but even having said that, I think there has been this pushback from people going, well, I want to dress up to go out now. I've been stuck inside the house for 19 months or so, so I'm going to put a three-piece suit on, wear a hat, and I'm going to go out for dinner and have a great time. Yeah, thankfully that has been reflected in what we've been selling. So it's probably something that I spend a lot of time, probably something I spend the most time talking to customers on via email about, because we do have so many customers in Europe, that probably the majority of our sales are to Europe, and the majority of our manufacturers are in Europe as well. So it has been a real blow's not the right word, but it's just been it's been a pain, basically. Yeah. We've had the delays with manufacturing. Hence why our new collection has been a little bit later than it usually would be, and things are taking a little bit longer to get to our customers. It's getting easier. I think as things start to get worked out between, nation states, it's starting to smooth out a bit. I'm very much firmly in that sort of camp of mixing things up, not necessarily going whole hog with an exactly authentic look, and I think that's what we're going to just continue to represent, is that flexibility through ideas and inspirations, and hopefully take our customers along for that. So ask for the most from the customers would probably be, off the top of my head, our caps. Okay. They are our mainstays. You can see from how many we have here. They are so incredibly popular. I mean, going from your full vintage fanatics to just the passerby, they are the favorite. And then our tailoring, because it's so unique in the sort of market we're in. I mean, where else can you get, a sort of peak lapel, single-breasted suit with these wide legs and the sort of the belted back details and all of that, in a way that in a place where it is slightly more accessible than it would be elsewhere. And I think that's what we really try to do, is introduce these vintage details and designs, but make them slightly more accessible for the average Joe.
Now I'm back in Germany and I'm already planning the next field trip, which will be Pitti Uomo in Florence, by the way. However, I can't stop thinking about the future of the suit post-pandemic. I mean, we all know the mantra that the era of men that have to wear a suit might be ending, but the era of men that want to has just begun. More interesting now is the point that even those that don't have to wear a suit anymore might become more interested in classic menswear. Just for fun, So maybe even the mainstream might stop seeing the suit as a capitalistic shackle and start seeing it as a way of self-expression and a way to pay respect to your partner, for example, when you go on a date. Let that sink in and then put your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.